Okay, our journey starts on April 21, where we take a harrowing ride from Kathmandu to Mentali Airport for a short flight to Lukla to start our trek. Lukla, which sits at 9,318 feet, is where we start our trek. We make our way slowly up. It's a 6-hour trek to Pat Ding, which is our first night stay, and it's at 8,560 feet. On April 22, we have a 10-hour trek from Pat Ding, which takes us all the way up past Monjo to Namche Bazaar. Namche Bazaar sits at 11,000 feet. On April 23, we have an acclimatization day at Namche Bazaar. And on April 24, we start our trek, which is an 11-hour trek from Namche Bazaar to Tengboche, which has the world's highest Buddhist monastery, and then from there to Deboche. Deboche sits at 12,500 feet. Then on April 25, we start our journey from Deboche, which is a 2-hour trek from here to Pangboche. It's basically an acclimatization day. Pangboche sits at 13,000 feet. April 26, we have a 5-hour trek from Pangboche all the way up to Dingboche. Dingboche sits at 15,000 feet. On April 27th, we sit at Dangboche as an acclimatization day to relax and have our bodies catch up to the low levels of oxygen. Then on April 28, we have a 5-hour trek from Dingboche all the way up to Dugla. Dugla sits at 15,200 feet. Then on April 29th, we have a 5-hour trek from Dugla all the way to Leboche over here, which sits at 16,100 feet. At this point, our breathing is starting to become difficult because of the low level of oxygen. Then on April 30, which is our epic day, because that's the day we're going to Everest Base Camp, we make our trek. It's a 10-hour day for trekking from Leboche all the way up to Gorakshep. At Gorakshep, we sit there for lunch, and after lunch, we head from there all the way up to Everest Base Camp. We spend a few hours at Everest Base Camp and make our way back down to Gorakshep and spend the night there. Then on May 1, it's an 8-hour day. We go from Gorakshep up to Kalapathar, which sits at 18,200 feet, and then from there return down back to Gorakshep and head to Leboche. This is an 8-hour day for us. Then on May 2nd, we have a 6-hour trek from Leboche all the way down to Periche and to Pangboche. It's a little bit of a different route than we went up. So we go down from there all the way to Periche, and from Periche we make our way down to Pangboche. Then on May 3rd, we go from Pangboche all the way back to Namche Bazaar, which is a 9-hour trek. So this takes us down this route here, all the way down to Namche Bazaar. Then on May 4th, it's an 8-hour trek for us from Namche Bazaar down to Pat Ding. Brings us here. And on May 5th, it's a 5-hour trek from Pat Ding all the way down to Lukla, back to the finish line. And this is where our celebrations start as we finish our wonderful, epic Everest Base Camp adventure.